Hi, this is David Ingalls from Ingalls Computer Services, and I've got an update for you on what's happening today. And today's talk has to do with something that you do not want to ignore. You're going to need to listen to this talk. I'll try to be brief, but it's very important. There's malware. It's been out there for a while, but this malware that's just increasingly striking people or fooling people, and it can fool you very easily. I'll tell you about how easily it can fool you. Is really raising the cost of owning a computer. It doesn't matter whether you buy a computer from me or someone else, the price is going to end up being the same as what you bought it originally. But trying to keep your computer safe and protected, this malware is pushing it so that we are going to have to spend a bit more in order to protect the computer. There's no other way around this. No antivirus or software protection is 100%. Most people know that. The people with Ingalls Computer Services on our regular plan, we've got some of the best software protection that we can assemble and have configured for you. If you're not on our plan, you should consider it. If you're using some other solutions, you really are just going to be more exposed. Another thing that you need to know about, which is a good thing for the people that are on Ingalls Computer Services plan, is that you must have your software up to date all the time. I mean, all of your software, all of it, up to date. Unfortunately, this software likes to parade and mask itself and fool people into looking like it's an update for your software. The other thing I'll tell you about this malware is that basically one click in about 1 minute, everything you knew about your computer, all your files, all your pictures, all your email, you name it, everything that you care about on your computer is going to be encrypted and locked up, and there's no way that I can help you or anybody help you. The FBI can't help you, and neither can the NSA help you. This malware encrypts your files, and it encrypts them so strongly that it effectively is impossible to break the code. It then will put a ransom note on your machine and demand that you pay anywhere from $300 to $700. I've heard over $1,000. It'll also start to put up a countdown timer on your screen, and your computer will be locked. You won't be able to use it, and you've got to pay this ransom within that time. Now, if the time runs out, not a problem. Right now, they just happen to say we're going to triple the price of the ransom. So, this is really bad news. Imagine me or someone coming into your house, or someone taking your computer, or destroying all your files and never ever getting them back. This is what's happening. Some people have actually paid the ransom, and the information that I've read so far on a few of the people that have paid the ransom is that the decryption software and the information provided by these crooks to somehow unlock your files has not worked. So they have lost everything they've ever had on their computer. If it's a business, they've lost their financial records all the way back to as long as they had on their computer. If it's family, they've lost all their photos. They've lost all their contacts, all their business contacts. I'm telling you, it's a mess. And if you have anything hooked up to your computer, or your computer's hooked up to the network, basically whatever your computer sees on the network and is able to write or change as a file is going to get destroyed in the process as well. This malware is just nuts. In a bad way. It's known as the crypto wall or crypto locker. That's the old term. But basically, crypto anything. It's also known as ransomware. You heard me mention the word ransom. That's why it's just nicknamed ransomware, because at some point they're going to demand that you pay money. Most people recommend that you do not pay the money. And I have not found anybody, or very few, I would say maybe, that have had any success in paying money. The sad thing is, a lot of people are buying very inexpensive computers these days. This ransom is more expensive than your computer. But sadly, for many people, the files and the history and everything that has to do with your business or your family or both, for those of you that are sole proprietors with small businesses where you do a little bit of business, a little bit of family stuff on your computer, I mean, this stuff is effectively gone. It's trashed. Alright, so how are you going to see this stuff? Well, hopefully you never do. But I got to warn you, you're going to potentially, some of the users are seeing extremely convincing fake third-party software updates. I'm talking about like an update that looks like it's from Adobe, it looks like it's for Adobe Flash. It's very professionally done. I sent out a test email to a couple of people asking them if they would look over some of my notes. And when I had a picture of this in the email, just a picture of this, they actually tried to click on it. That's how convincing this looks. Sounds silly, but it's true. Another way that this malware is coming through is through websites that you may visit, and they don't have to be like bad websites. It could be a website that actually has advertising on it, and it references another website and another website. But eventually, somewhere down the chain, it hits a website where the people really are up to no good. They have a list of all the bugs that are in Adobe software, Java software, Windows software. You name it, they have a list. It's publicly available. And what they will do, without you knowing it, because you'll be reading a regular web page, and you won't realize that behind the scenes, this is happening, it's going to test and see, is there a hole or a place where you have not updated your software, where there is a known bug that they know how to be able to attack your computer with. And if they can, they will. And once that happens, you still aren't going to realize it, because they will silently install their software, and within about a minute or 2 minutes, everything will just be dead. So what are we supposed to do? Well, most of the people that get an update offer for third-party software and you're on the Ingalls Computer Services plan, we just basically tell you, don't worry about updating your software. You're probably going to get a pop-up now and then. If it looks legitimate, ignore it. Why? Because we are always on the lookout for what software you have on your computer and whether it needs to be updated. Aren't we? Yeah, we are. And if we see there's an update, we will go ahead and update it for you. There's some pieces that take us a few more days than normal, but for the most part we take care of it. We also tell people that are on our plan that if you see a pop-up and it keeps coming up or it looks suspicious, call us. I mean, it's not a big deal. We'll take a look at it. It's part of what we do. If you're not on one of our plans, I don't know what to say to you. You can't really just send me an email and say, is it okay if I update XYZ software? I'm not going to be able to tell unless you hire me to look at your computer and find out exactly what piece of software is running under the hood. It may look like it's from a vendor that you know of, but in fact it may not. So how are we going to take care of this? Because we're all exposed. I'm exposed, you're exposed. We'll put my dog down. We're going to have to change some things. One thing is we're going to talk about backups. I know, if you have a backup, don't hang up. Do not stop this video. The backups you have now are probably not sufficient. I know that sounds like bad news if you've invested in a backup system, but that does not mean it's wasted. In fact, the backup systems that we set people up with are really good, very high quality, and they still serve a very good purpose. The problem is that many backup services, including a flash drive that you may copy things onto, or a hard drive that you have connected to your computer, like I said, if this malware gets on your computer, it will start looking for anything your computer is connected to and then encrypt whatever it can, which could mean your backup hard drive or your flash drive. Your flash drive also is a way that you could spread the virus or someone could spread it to you. And I don't know whether we should call it a virus or malware. Most of the time I'll say malware, but in any case, it's nasty. All right, back to backups. So, the people that have been successful in coming out the other end without too much of a problem, relatively speaking, I'm going to have to put you on hold because the dog wants to leave the room. So hold on. I know how I can stop this here for you.